Hey guys, this is Samo, and today I'll be taking you into my past. Not like you care, but just hear me out for I don't know, maybe 30 seconds. As I take you through the life of a young lad, me, newly ostracized from my friend groups because I was going too hard on this anime shit. I was going way too hard, way too weird, and of course, quickly, anime turned into my daily dose of happiness. And back then, I was a lot into this one anime, which started things for me, which of course I might make in another video, probably, Assassination Classroom. I really liked the atmosphere, and it was something easy and relatable to watch as you watch these characters that are weak and disdained and not really cared for, and they are scorned by the upper echelon of the classroom system. And we see them as they become strong, not only in their hearts but also physically, as well as we go on these wacky adventures with their alien teacher. But there was also this other trope that got me, and that would be zombies. This was way back when I just newly watched World War Z, and I was like, World War Z, are there animes that have the zombie trope? And I started my search, and where my search brought me was to 3 animes: Korewa Zombie Desu Ka, High School of the Dead, and of course Cabineria of the Iron Fortress. And oh boy, can I say that it really opened my eyes to more than a couple of things, especially High School of the Dead. Laid back in a steampunky wasteland where, yes, there is a lot of steam, I must say, and that is the literal driving force of their society. That's guns and food, of course. But speaking more on food, because they are walking, talking, screaming meal bags for the zombies we have here. And you might think, why don't they just run away? I mean, come on, they're zombies. Duh. They should be slower than a freaking tortoise. And to that, I salute your astute observation skills. Now, why don't you observe the fact that these are stocked up super trains that these mofos are catching up to? So not only do they have greater speed, but also strength. And if that isn't enough, their skin is super hard to pierce, which is why they invent these gas-powered rifles, which greatly surpass your average construction railgun. And these bad boys are strong, but so are the zombies, which is why the first course of action when you come in contact with a Cabinary, if you're not already dead, is to run in the opposite direction. And of course, this worked marvelously for the first 1-2 years. But then, of course, people were dying too much. Back then, their strat was run in the opposite direction. Pray to whatever god you serve that they're not tracing you. And that worked marvelously for a few years until our main character here decided, what? Why do I have to run from them? And freaking kablamos zombie into freaking smithereens. Yeah, he liked that. But what he didn't like was the bite mark on his arm. But he's got a fix for that as well. As we see here, such a marvelously constructed contraption he ordered off of Adam and Eve Sex Emporium. That's right, guys. This video is sponsored by Adam. Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. But you know who you shouldn't fuck with? Main character Kun. After his climax toy over here, which not only busts some nuts, but also necks, actually doesn't kill him, but turns him into a superhuman hybrid between these monsters and a human. And our story begins as he goes on this long, nice, really dangerous journey halfway across Japan aboard the Kotetsujo, which is the train, and trying to keep its inhabitants safe, which you would find is very hard in a zombie apocalypse. And wow, can I say that? I just, brain cells were just flickering because damn, that was there's so much hype in this, but more than that, I guess I really like the characters. The main character's drive to remain human despite his definitely not being human anymore. And this other girl he meets, which although she isn't human, follows the more kind of monster route. She not caring if people call her a monster or not. And we see as this relationship blooms between both of them, which is just so freaking beautiful. And I really feel for some of the characters here. She just called this guy Peasant Chan. Oh, damn, that must have hurt. Why he was dying too? Like, I don't know your name, bro. Peasant. Sorry, peasant. I mean, if you like you yourself a plain waifu, I mean, you can have a plain waifu if you want. The princess is a fucking plain ass girl, but I like me some different type of waifu. I mean, I don't know, dangerous shorties always make me a little risque, you know? And here we have the badass shorty and we have the muscular shorty, and I don't know, these two are just battling their way in my head. I still now, Mommy has a small place in my heart where Tatsumaki doesn't fill up shop, but Mommy's at the back, she's at the back. I mean, she's not forgotten, you know? Here we see how fear really plays a hand in the demise of society, because even though there's a threat, the hyper-stimulation of the situation makes people think irrationally, act irrationally, be very, very stupid. And yes, be prepared to see a lot of people do very stupid things when you watch this anime. I mean, it's really gut-wrenching, the kind of disasters that really happened, because you could see this whole town thriving one day, and just the blink of an eye, 2 hours have gone by, the city has been overrun, everybody's dead, and that's the end of it. Humanity on its last legs. How will the show go on? Well, we leave it to our main character to decide. With his newfound powers, what is he going to do? Well, I too may have jumped the gun a little bit, because actually he doesn't get passed on the train yet. He is fucking betrayed by people he tried to help, which is of course in human fear. We just like reject everything outside of our scope of like knowledge. And this guy is shot out, but chivalry is not dead. Neither is he. And he helps and protects the Cabaneri. Sorry, he protects them as the Cabaneri of the Kotetsujo. Oh, has a very nice ring to it, you know? But I have to say, when you watch anime, be prepared for shit to very much hit the fan very fucking quickly. Prepare for every situation to escalate so quickly that you don't even know what's going on anymore, because you shouldn't. It's mindless panic, and there's nothing sensible about that, which fucking is great to watch, man. I don't know. People are like me, but I like watching like the character reactions. Well, if there's one thing you might find a problem with this whole issue that's going on, to be the fact that the main character stays a freaking soy boy for most of the freaking anime. Like, most of the cool moments won't come from him at the beginning. Of course, he'll have his occasional pop-off at the beginning, but it's not really something that he can be proud of, because he works himself nearly to death maybe to achieve it. But of course, this is still anime, still an anime. Yeah, of course he's gonna pop off, but that's towards the ending, if you can still stick around for that. I gotta say, the pop off is huge, but that's only if you can skip past the whole gore, if you're not big on like blood and guts and stuff. Like, seriously, there's a lot of death here. Don't think anybody is safe. The moment you think someone's safe, that person might just freaking die in front of you. So yeah, I mean, it has like plus like 3 points in my book because of that. But apart from that, I guess it's just a solid anime. Nothing too good to write about, nothing too bad to write about. It's just something that I feel that if you've not watched it, maybe give it a try, because it actually might get you into the whole category. You understand what category I'm talking about. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I don't know, subscribe if you feel like it, but do like the video if you got to this point, because yeah.